Okay, here we go, viewers. Just spawned in at Waihoe, and we're going to get ourselves some action going here, and we'll figure out a few things on how to make this easier than it is. It doesn't need to be as hard as it is if you do a couple of simple things early in the piece. So straight up, we're going to get some sticks together, and we're going to make ourselves a fire. Don't use your knife to break up the wood with, because it's badly damaged already, and we need it. As you can see our blue meter there? That's how cold we are. We're pretty freezing at the moment. Alright, let's get our knife out. Okey doke. Nice place down by the waterfront. Oh, it's got a shitty stove in it. If you want to get... I don't know, we can work with it. 4 burners are better, but we're not going to really necessarily need one. Not this early in the piece. You normally step up to those and see that. See, once you place something, you can now see all that stove bit. Sometimes if you don't have anything placed, you can't sell that. So if you need to, you just go up and just grab a stick and press place, and it'll put it in there, and you'll be laughing. I hear a zombie just outside. Oh, we don't want to... Our trick here, look, we're making a drill kit. So it almost is there. You've got to push up on the D-pad for drill kit, which is bark and a stick. And there's our fire. So what we want to do now is get our buff up to at least 2 pluses, and that'll be our heat buff. That way we can run around without our food and water dropping down too quickly. If you don't get it, you'll start to go cold and everything will drop really fast, and you'll be in all sorts of trouble. You don't last long if you don't get the heat buff. It's best if you can keep the heat buff all the time, but it's not realistic unless you're going to stop every 10 minutes and light a fire. Getting a bit closer so we can get this buff. The teddy bear there. So we don't need one of those. Okay, there's our double buff. Now what we need to do is we need to find some cloth, some rags, or some rope. That sharpening stone will be worth its weight in gold. That'll keep our knife sharp. Some clothing's what we need to find. Or some rope. Rope would be better, but here's some clothing. I'm going to sharpen my knife straight up. So we can get it, because once you got to do a fair bit with your knife early in the piece, and the one they give you is badly damaged, which is pretty shitful. Not helping you out much there, but we'll sharpen that a little bit more. Actually, a real good score finding sharpening stone this early. Sort of takes out one of the steps, but that's okay. We'll do that step anyway, just to show if you're not lucky enough to find a sharpening stone. So I don't forget, I'm going to use these to make some hand wraps, like gloves, because they'll stop you cutting yourself on bushes. The most important thing is you won't be able to eat anything with dirty. Here we go, something we're looking for here, always. Small stones. Look at that, we've got 2. And we found double rags here. This could get us out of the woods. We might have enough. Come on. Alright, so. Three with 3 makes 6. With 6 makes craft rope. So here we can craft stone knife, which if we weren't lucky enough, if we hadn't found that sharpening stone early in the piece, we would have had to do this because it's the only way you can really survive. So there's our stone knife, which is more than handy. So we're going to go and fish. Let's go. Shame we can't find some sort of backpack or something. Oh, there's something here. Matches. Take those. A couple of houses up the hill here. We might throw them off the scent and just run up the hill here a bit before we go fishing. It's not going too bad for food. Never know what we might find up here. First one didn't work out so good. Backpack. Bonus. Look at all this. Got a bloody glow stick. Want the tactical backpack. Fuck, let's get out of here. Someone's been killed there. Ooh! Got us a tactical backpack. That's going to make all the difference. So we've got a knife in our hand. So we're going to need fish and a fire. So the first thing we need is a long stick. So far so good. Probably could have come and done the fishing early, but because we need a rope, we've advanced to the next step, which is the stone knife, which we've got to, as I've said 10 times already, sharpen a stone, but add rope, craft fishing rod, got a fishing rod on our shoulder, then we're going to get this. Never used to be able to do this, but nowadays you can make hooks out of short sticks. You just need bones. There's a long stick there. Oh, there we go. And then we need the knife. Dig up a couple of worms. Ground seems pretty hard. This is what wears your knife out between cutting the fish. So by the time you cut the logs and the rags and everything else, and then you do this, dig up worms and that, your knife's buggered, and you get your fish, you've got to be able to fillet them to eat them. You can't eat them whole. So therefore, all of a sudden you've got 3 fish, but you can't cut them up. Like, so yeah, that's why we go with the stone knife and that, to try to get ahead of the curve. Can't believe we found this top of the range snowline backpack. I don't know how it's going to work out. I hope our knife's not buggered. Oh no, she's still alright. Might have to sharpen that before we do anything else, so we don't forget. Come on, mate, keep working. Not long now, brother. I've got to find some warmer clothes. Sharpen that. Normally you wouldn't have the backpack, which is a godsend, because you've got to shuffle your stuff. Like you might have to take the sticks in and put them in the house and then come back, and fish take up a lot of room, you know. Things, if you've only got your shirt and your pants, it can be quite difficult to use your inventory, go make space, and they've cut space down on this new version of the game too, this new DLC. Space isn't, you used to have so many like things in your shirt and your pants and all the rest of it and that, but not anymore. They've cut it right back. So we'll just keep an eye out here now fishing. Once we see a splash, we let go of R2. Says there R2 yank release. A lot of people haven't fished in this game before. I've always fished. It's great survival. Come on, baby. There we go. There's our first fish. Another hook, another worm. I think you get 2 or 3 casts out of a hook. There are also lures, which are good. You don't need the worms. And they last a fair while. Come on, get in there so I can fish. That's it. So we've got a fish, at least. Oh, missed that time. Too slow. Not paying attention. Thinking about what I've got to do next. What happened to the clubs I made? I must have forgot to put them on. Alright, so what I'm going to do... Dickhead, I don't seem to be wearing my gloves. Which I don't have on me anywhere. So what we're going to do is we're going to carve up this fish down here on the water side so that we can wash our hands afterwards. Otherwise, I'm sure we made some hand wraps, didn't we? I must have forgot to pick them up and put them on. We got too carried away with doing something else. So if this is what I mean, if we hadn't had that sharpening stone and we didn't have the stone knife, we wouldn't be able to do this, wouldn't be able to fill our fish. Gonna eat that fish roe. Like caviar. Oh no, don't. Oh, see that? Almost ate with my hands to fair income. Wow, that's how easy it is. Gonna eat that fish roe. Like caviar. Oh no, don't. Oh, see that? Almost ate with my hands to fair income. Wow, that's how easy it is just to forget. Alright, let's get out of here. Let's get up here and make a fire and get this done. Grab some sticks on the way. Might go up the back a little bit and make a fire rather than right here on the beach. Just in case you get passers-by I want to come in and they'll kill you for your fish or your pear or whatever you own. Don't worry about that. Many a bloke's been murdered for his glow stick. See, without my hand things there, I've cut my hands doing that bush, which is a bit of a bummer. Oh no. That little tiniest bit, right? See where I grabbed the roe and then I put it to my mouth and then went, oh no, don't do it. You know, like, that's just fucked me up. Now I've got the sickness. There, look at that. There we go. This is an example of what not to do. So here we are, we're going real good, and then suddenly we've managed to fuck it all up by the tiniest little bit of fish roe that we've eaten. So, you know, I can make fires and I can wrap bandages and I can do whatever I want, but nothing's going to save me now. Although there is a hospital in this town. If it had tetracycline in it, we might be able to bring it back from the brink. Let's go have a look. Nothing else is important now. We need tetra. Why is that knife not sharp and like, we don't get tetra? I think it's within 20 minutes to half an hour. It's too late for it. All of a sudden our hunger's decided to drop. Probably because we took a little bit too long. But we could quite easily cook some fish and get that organised. But it's fruitless now because this is just you'll just get worse until you die. That's what happens. I've had this so many times. And it's so easy. You saw how easy it was. Jump the fence. Notice now our stamina's playing up. Everything's gone to shit. We can't jump fences anymore. There's not going to be anything in here. But you'd only hope. Hospital's unofficial. Have tetra. No. Have tetra. Bloody gun bullets. Sometimes the houses and sheds nearby can have a bit of stuff. The other thing that we need to find is the water source. Now it'll normally be along a dirt road. Their little dirt walking trails will lead up to them. You've got to run about this far in from the township or down in the township and you'll see little brown trails. I'll show you what it looks like if I see one. See how now we're getting blurred vision and our health and everything are dropping a lot quicker. It's because we're sick. Can't believe that. Oh, the tiniest little just touched it to my lips too. You couldn't say I'd eaten it. Jeez, what was that? Here's another way to die. Right, look at all the things I've got flashing, I've got everything going on, and I need to eat immediately, but my fish is too hot to eat. Apparently you take it outside and roll it in snow, but there's not a real lot of snow around here. So we've just got to wait for that to cool down. And there's nothing else we can do. We've managed to get the food on. I better check my other fish and make sure that it doesn't burn. If I get too close to the fire, I'm going to die if I touch it from being too hot. So these are ready as well. So I've got plenty of food. This is the irony of DAYZ. Let's say it's cool enough. Warm. Let's eat. We might pull this off yet. Maybe rather than this being like a terrible, terrible thing, this could be like my greatest ever pulled it out of the fire bullshit escape. Come on, start turning around, baby. Start turning around. I'll just get it to lift up a bit and someone will come in and hit me in the head. How the hell do I stand up? I can't figure out how to... Oh, look. The worm's turned. Give me another warm piece of fish. Another big thing with this is your food freezing and you've got to thaw it out. Okay, we can eat one of these. Oh no, why am I spewing again? Oh, because I'm eating too much. Oh, spewing. Little bits. Got to get that red one up. Whenever that's doing that, you're likely to drop dead at any minute. The beauty of this game is every time you start it, it's different. You run into people, where you start on the map, what sort of a run you get, what loot's left around that hasn't been taken by others. It's like, I've got thousands of hours in it and I'm no good at it. I just love the challenging aspect and how it's never the same twice. Right, yeah, I've been playing it for quite a while. We should be able to eat a little bit more now. Okay. A bit more fish. Don't eat too much. So our last, like, it's not really our last, but the final thing you need to do before you move on is find the water source. Now, there's normally one in each town. We've already been through this. I said it not long ago. Is that our fire just went out? Okay. Well, here we are, viewers. It's the next morning. We're not looking so good. Better get our knife out. Now we've got one thing left to do, and that's find the water source. Now I've got an I Survive map, and it sort of tells me that it's somewhere over there. I'm not sure how far down here we have to be to turn. I don't know whether it's up or down, but as long as we don't run into any zombies, our health's lifting at least. We've got a little bit of fish still, and if we can find water, we'll be cheering. This looks like the main road that comes up from down the bottom. Well, it might be the other way, I think. Although, this looks like a path here. This is the type of path that we're looking for. And this will, normally if you come, like I said, inland and just look for a path like this, the best thing you can do if you play this game is download the I Survive. It's free. It gets ads on it that sort of, you got to sit through, but they don't go for very long. And you need it. You can get an in-game map, but they don't show up the water sources and everything like the I Survive does. Usually at the end of one of these, there's a little dog kennel looking thing, and that's a natural spring. Shame we haven't got a bottle we could fill up. I don't know how far in it is. It's as fast as we can go. There it is. Ta-da! One spring. So normally when you drink, I don't know if you haven't played before, when you drink until you're just about to bust or until you spew up in this case. Normally you can drink until you get a busted belly sign, and that'll keep you full for ages. Well, we're back out. We've got a little bit of red in our health. We might live yet. It's only a matter of time. Oh, stop it. Oh, no, he's done it now. He's had a big chuck, forcing that water down too much. Give me more fish. Have we got more fish? I only got one piece of fish left. Anyway, there it is. A step-by-step start guide. I may do another one yet just to prove that it doesn't always quite work out like this. But I hope you enjoyed it. Oh, on on that note, I'll I'll catch you next time. If you like this sort of content, give it a like. If you know someone who might share it, whatever. Yeah, appreciate all my subscribers and anyone who watches. I'll be back making some more videos soon, and stay safe until then.